Introduction. Truly deciding that you want to raise the bar for your life is the most important step you can take in dealing with your depressed and anxious feelings. You are not the label of depression and anxiety, those heavy words we often assign to ourselves that tend to keep us stuck on that rigid plane. These are feelings we can do something about. The moment you separate from that lower vibration and decide you truly want something different for yourself, not just in theory, but in action, you change your story. Just as important as noticing what you don't want is deciding what you do want. Congratulate yourself for wanting to become unstuck. That declaration alone is what prompts change. The following pages offer 100 tips and techniques that I use with clients in my private practice as a licensed mental health counselor with a holistic and alternative bent. My clients include adults, adolescents, children, and parents. But I wasn't always a therapist. Before that, I worked in the corporate world in management, my identity for many years, until I had my first child. Then, suddenly awakening to my intuition, which rocked my world, my priorities changed. And before that, I was a college student, struggling deeply with anxiety and depression. Suffering, actually. I always had, all the way back to when I can first remember. I didn't know any differently. That's just the way it was, and how I thought it was always going to be. This book includes the tools I have used in my own personal development over a period of almost 30 years. I know that these techniques work. I live them. When we apply the tools on a regular basis, not just when we feel like doing them, or when depression and anxiety rear their dark energy, and work our own personal programs and become consistent in our self-care, we see results. I have found, both in my own life and in the lives of my clients, that unlocking your own intuition is the key to change. Good mental health is everything. It affects our relationships, our jobs, our role as parents, ourselves as we seek our purpose. The only way out of those difficult feelings is to make the choice to move through those feelings, to learn more about yourself in the process, coming to understand that when you do the work, you become better able to serve. And that's really, I believe, the point for us all. Take your time with each section. Perhaps simply focus on just one technique each day. When you're ready, move forward. Use the call to action part included with each technique as you wish. If you are a writer, choose a journal or notebook to record your feelings. If you are an artist, doodle your reflections through color and imagery. If you are a thinker, then simply ponder the questions in a hot bath, on a morning run, or in your car on a long drive, letting your mind bring you to the answers that serve you best. The important thing is to apply what you learn. Knowledge holds power, but wisdom is rooted in application. Lastly, why did I choose the word transform in the title when I could have used overcome, as I did originally? First, I had a dream there was a better word. Second, when I looked up the definition of transform, Webster's New Dictionary read, to change the form or appearance of, to change the condition, nature, or function of. That's exactly what you're going to achieve by reading and applying the techniques in this book. You're going to change the very nature of your anxiety and depression by coming to understand the intuitive message behind both. Enjoy the road ahead. I promise you, life gets better when you learn to trust your intuition. I'm grateful for learning to listen to mine every day. Thank you for reading. Jill.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.